This video will present just some of the Intermodal features found in the DispatchMate software. The dispatch board is the central location that users work from. Here we can view and create orders, as well as assign those orders to drivers on trips. The board is user customized with many saved settings, but these can be changed at any moment with the use of many available filters, column customization, many additional options, such as viewing orders which have empty containers to return, and when they must be returned based on user-defined color codes. Yellow means the container must be picked up or returned today. Blue indicates it needs to be done within the next 5 days, and red means it's already late. All of these settings let the user see exactly what they need to see at all times. The dispatch board also has many available shortcuts. For example, we can go to the schedule board to view the drivers and what they've currently been assigned. We can create new quotes or new trips, as well as new orders. In the order entry window, we can simply start typing, which will search the database for the next matching selection. If that's correct, we can move on. We can also right-click to browse from the list or create a new entry in that table. Once we've selected the shipper, consignee, and the customer, we can fill out the details of a container. And once we enter the transient equipment window and we fill in the ETA, it can automatically determine the must pick up by and must return by container dates. These are the demurrage rules specified in the shipper, consignee, or customer profile. However, we still have complete control to modify these dates if needed. We can also enter many available optional fields at the bottom of the screen, or we can move on to the routing to add extra legs to the order. However, this can also be done automatically for us based on the moved type. For example, we can indicate that this is an inbound or an outbound order. This can also be changed to import or export as far as the displayed terminology. And by doing so, it will add an extra leg to the order automatically for us once we save it. In this case, this is a return empty to shipper, which adds an extra leg indicating that the container needs to be returned to them at the end of the order. Many such options are available to customize the exact behavior of order entry, so it can partially fill out an order for you based on the move type. We can also split this order with the route via button, and then adds a yard stop in the middle of the order. So if one driver is picking it up, bringing it back to the yard, and another driver is taking it from the yard to its final destination, that can be done with that button, or can be determined in the global preferences of the software to add that leg automatically for you. We can then move on to the rating section of the order, where we can apply charges. These can also be calculated automatically with the use of the auto rating module. We can also generate many available forms to send out of the software. For example, we can generate a customer confirmation, and we can print, fax, or email that directly to the customer. This form is also very customizable and is translated into the customer's language of preference. The same applies for the users, where we can indicate their language and the software will be completely translated for them. These confirmations can be sent off manually. However, notifications can also be set up in the customer profile. This lets you determine exactly what the send condition is. For example, we can send off a notification as soon as the order is created, picked up, or delivered. You can also tailor exactly what's included in the message. As soon as the order meets that status, a notification will be sent off to the customer automatically. Once we close this order and return to the dispatch board and refresh, we can see it ready for us to assign to a driver. We can either assign it to an existing driver on their trip or create a new trip from here. Creating a new trip is very easy to do. We simply select the driver, and the rest of the details are filled out automatically for us. From here, we can drag the order over to the driver. In this case, we'll assign the pickup portion of the order to this driver and assign the other portion to another driver. And we continue on assigning as many orders as we'd like to the driver. Once the trip has been built, we can then send this to the driver. We can generate a driver confirmation, and we can print, fax, or email this, and this summarizes the details of that trip. We can also use the driver communication module for telematics in-cab communication, and this can send this directly to the driver's device. The driver receives the location as well as the date and time information of each individual stop and the action type of that stop. The driver can then send back the actual arrival and departure times of each stop, updating the software in real time. Driver pay can also be done on trips. The pay rates are set in the driver profile, and then based on the trip hours, mileage, and stop types, the total driver pay can be calculated automatically. We can view this on a report later, as well as give the driver a copy. Orders and quotes can be created by users or transferred into the software. This can be done with an order import module, via the DM web order entry and tracking module, or received through EDI. The software also has a full range of reports and tracking boards. We can use one of the many reports to look at historical data. The filters allow for a wide search or narrow down to a particular container. The tracking boards display current driver and equipment locations, but once again, we can change the filter criteria or do a more specific search. This lets us see where equipment is and how long it's been at each particular location. The software also allows us to generate payables and invoices. These can be done with an individual invoice or with a master invoice to combine multiple orders onto one invoice, which can then be sent to the customer and then eventually transferred directly into your accounting software. And this concludes the preview of just some of the intermodal features found in the DispatchMate software. For more information, visit our website and request a demo, or call or email us. All that information is included in the video description. Thank you.